Okay, welcome everyone. This is Richard Marks, broadcasting from Las Vegas. We've just had a wonderful time here with a bunch of PGI people. I'm going to do a basic presentation, and then I'm going to do some pretty advanced training. If you're new, don't worry if you don't get it all the first time. It might take a few times before it all kind of sinks in. So PGI Praetorian is the guards that used to guard the Roman emperor. So it has kind of a double meaning there. We're called Praetorian Group International. And I've been in sales and marketing for 40 years. I've been in network marketing most of that 40 years. And I'm not bragging here, but I just want to show you that I have built large organizations before, particularly with the binary structure that I'm going to show you today. And this was my last company where I was number 4 earner out of 200,000 people. There's me on the stage right there. That's my wife. We call her Kiwi K. She's from New Zealand. I spent 30 years over there. I married Kay, and we had 4 lovely children. We came back here to the U.S. about 20 years ago to look after my mother, and that's our baby Grace, who's just left the nest and moved out to Colorado. And there's I am getting a check for $279,000, and unfortunately, I'd made some bad choices, bad decisions, and that's another story, but we won't go into that. Right now, millions of people are unemployed. We know the global economy is fragile. The pandemic, of course, has changed our lives forever. There are 40 million people looking for work. And of course, working from home is in great demand. Traditional banking is a ripoff. We all know that. And we all know, most of us who are involved in cryptocurrency know that it is the future of money, no question about it. And I recently attended a seminar where they were talking about the institutional adoption of Bitcoin. And these are large institutions that are buying mega amounts of Bitcoin, which is, of course, driving the price up. Look at this, Mass Mutual, 100 million, JP Morgan, 600 billion. They're forecasting the demand of 600 billion for Bitcoin. This one, 425 million, 650 million, 50 million, all into Bitcoin. Now look at this one, Citibank managing director publicizes a $318,000 price target by the end of 2021 for Bitcoin. It's currently sitting at about 46,000, so that's like almost a 10-fold increase in the price. Guggenheim Fund, so it goes, the list goes on, and we're talking, 750 million, 530 million, The British Investment Fund, 750 million. Well, watch this one. This is a historic event that has just happened, that Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, who owns Tesla, he owns the space, I can't remember what, SpaceX, who launched the last satellite. He has invested $1.5 billion into Bitcoin and will start accepting it as payment for Tesla. And it was a 21% rise in the price of Bitcoin just in one day as a result of that. That has opened the floodgates. One analyst calls his embrace of cryptocurrency a game-changing move. And already we've seen the huge increase in the price of Bitcoin. Now, you may or may not know this, but 10 years ago, people were buying Bitcoin at 10 cents a coin. So can you imagine if they bought it at 10 cents and they held on to it, what that would be worth now? I mean, that is quite outstanding. So it's just past a market cap. That means the total value of Bitcoin that is out there is $1.3 trillion. That's a milestone, because once you pass $1 trillion in value and in market cap, sky's the limit. And last 24-hour volume is 220 billion is being traded per day in Bitcoin. So need I say more? It's taken 10 years for Bitcoin to emerge out of the questionable status. It is now fully engaged as an institutional future for money. And that's because it's called the people's coin. It's the people's money. There's roughly 3 billion people in the world that don't even have bank accounts, but they can use Bitcoin on their smartphones. Well, this is an older slide, but showing retail stores closing, as a result of digital online shopping. So we're really experiencing a digital revolution equaled by any other revolution in the past. So we live in a time of unprecedented change. It's a unique time in history. Industries and economies are shifting. Technology is replacing our old economy. people are having a difficult time finding their place in this new economy, especially older people who didn't grow up with cell phones and internet and all that. It's pretty hard for them to catch on. But I had three teenage kids that were all into technology when they were growing up. So I'm one of those savvy 77-year-olds that I don't know it all, but I'm pretty savvy with technology. So PGI has come along at the right time to offer a solution. And you all know that the way to get wealthy is to find a problem, identify a need or a problem, and solve that problem. It's a global business that can be worked from home. It's good for the little guy and great for the big players. It's simple to start with $125. You earn daily and will double your money. If we're in a room down in the future and we have 100 people who are in PGI and we ask who's earning money with PGI, 100% of the hands are going to go up because everyone earns daily a reward based on whatever package they bought. I'll show you that in a minute. It's easy to withdraw every Monday for 2 minutes. Right now, there's a bit of some delays on the actual getting the withdrawal. That is going to be rectified very soon. We're going to have our own blockchain and our own wallet to speed that up dramatically. Now, team building is optional, but it's very, very lucrative, especially if you use my system to build it, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. Lifestyle income and time freedom is highly attainable. And to me, the time freedom is more important than the money. So here's what's unique about PGI, because people say, yeah, well, there's been hundreds of these things out there and the government shut them down, blah, blah, blah. But we have a very unique structure, which we're not really going to talk too much about because the details are still forthcoming. But we have been told that sometime in the next month or two, that we will have an office open in Las Vegas, which is now the world headquarters, where I just visited yesterday, which will have a hedge fund trading room, a live trading going on, where accredited investors come to trade hedge funds. Now that is kind of like mutual funds or stock market on steroids. We are registered in Vegas. Somebody's got a little bit of background noise. Please mute yourself if you're there. That is being set up as an office registered in Vegas as a Nevada corporation for hedge fund trading. No other cryptocurrency has done that. And that gives us a longevity. It gives us legal status in the US, which is very, very unique, I should say. Now, underneath the umbrella of that hedge fund, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of different companies or verticals, if you like. Each one is a separate way to make money, a separate stream of income. Starting off right now, we have crypto trading with Bitcoin. That's all we have at the moment. But coming very quickly is e-commerce, where we can actually have a mall like Alibaba or Amazon. We have the high-end health products. We have blockchain education for people that really want to learn more about that side of the business. We're going to be having real estate. I don't know the details, but that's a big one. We have cryptocurrency ATM machines. You can buy an ATM machine. You'll get points for buying it, and you can put that on a 7-Eleven. And hey, Tim, how's it going there?
Welcome. How you doing there, Rich?
Good. Welcome aboard. So Forex trading is coming on board. Health gadgets. MasterCard, debit card, and even luxury cars. I believe the luxury, if you come to Vegas when RV is here and he's meeting people that are arriving, he's got 5 or 6 luxury cars, Lamborghini, Bentley, you name it down there, McLaren, that he takes people for rides in, and even some of the people get to drive them, like I got to ride in one. So that is pretty amazing. So this is unique. There's all these separate companies feeding into the hedge fund, which I believe very strongly is real. It's legit in the U.S. It's going to be here for the long term. We currently have 4 corporate offices around the world: Estonia, United Kingdom, Manila, and Singapore. We've just opened Las Vegas, which will now be the world headquarters for the company. RV is Philippine. I was born in the Philippines, but he grew up in Las Vegas. That's why the headquarters is going to be here. That's RV Palafox. And until you meet him, you just can't imagine what a fun-loving, generous guy he is. He has been through the mill. I won't go into great details, but he was thrown into a Philippine prison for something he didn't do, lost everything, almost lost his wife, and he's emerged 4 years later as a multi-millionaire and created this amazing platform for us to become wealthy and to change people's lives. So to become part of our team, we have 4 types of packages. You get the benefit of greater dollar potential based on your entry package. It can be upgraded anytime. So you can have, we only have 1 position ever allowed, but you can have multiple packages trading simultaneously on one position. That comes along with the platform tools, all the services, the back office, and the other streams of revenue based on your goals. There is a one-time software fee per package. That's not an annual, it's not a year, it's a monthly. There's no monthly fee at all. And that entitles us to earn a daily trading bonus between 0.5 and 3%. Currently, it's averaging a little over probably 1.1%, which allows your money to double in roughly 6 months, plus or minus a week or two. Now, this could be changing. Packages of 10,000 and above can be insured by Lloyd's of London. And my understanding is they would not insure a network marketing company, but they will insure a hedge fund. More details will be forthcoming. And I did hear that it's not just 10, it will be all packages of 1,000 or above can be insured. This is a game changer in the industry because people can put in large amounts, 50,000, 100,000, and know that it's insured. They cannot lose their initial contribution. So we have 4 packages. There's 3 levels in each package. And as I said, you can upgrade those packages you can add additional packages anytime. I'm going to skip some of these screenshots because this is meant for new people, and legally you cannot present earnings claims for new people. But on Wednesday night, I probably will show those. So we have 4 types of commissions. We have a direct referral bonus. You would sponsor someone and you get a percentage of what they started with. We have a binary bonus, which pays us on 2 teams. We have a boost up, which is huge. I'm going to spend a lot of time on that one. And we have a renewal bonus. Now, the renewal bonus means that when someone buys a package, it's going to run for roughly 6 months, by which time it will have doubled. And at that time, that package expires, and you buy a new package of equal or greater amount or less or whatever. You just can buy additional packages at that time. So what it means is whatever work we do now, we're going to make it all over again in 6 months. We get paid double for whatever we did in the year because people are going to renew, and you get paid again a commission. My hero has been Zig Ziglar. I've met him several times. That you can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. And I try to live that, and as a result, my team members experience that philosophy. They live that as well, helping other people. I've never had a company that had such a wonderful family atmosphere where everybody helps everybody else. So you earn commissions based on the package you purchase. You'll earn a percentage of each personal referral sales volume generated based on the package you purchase. So if you come in as silver, you start off with a 6% referral fee on some direct referral bonus that you bring in. If you upgrade to a gold package later, you'll get 8%. So it's based on your current package at the time that determines your referral fee that you get for bringing people in. We also have a binary plan, and the binary has 2 teams, a left and a right. But binary plans have had a negative kind of a connotation in the past because people have used them, I believe, in a selfish way with what we call a power leg and spillover. So I learned 15 years ago a better way to do a binary, and we just are going to ignore the word power leg. We're going to ignore the word spillover, and I'm going to show you a strategy that everybody wins, whereas in these former traditional concept of binary, 90% of the 95% of the people get left in the dust. The way I'm going to show you a better way, I believe about 70% of the people are going to qualify in the binary and make money. So you must have one on the left and one on the right to qualify for the binary. That first pair, it qualifies you, but you do not get paid on their initial package. Now, if you qualify for binary and they then upgrade their package, you will get paid on those additional upgrades. We've proven all that already. Our partners will receive a minimum of 8% binary commission daily on the points volume generated from the smaller team. So you can have a right team and a left team. So let's say your right team has 100,000 points, and today your left team brings in 10,000 points. The computer's going to look at it daily and say, oh, there's new volume of 10,000 here. We're going to pay you on the 10,000. Once it's paid on the 10,000, that volume disappears and it's subtracted from the right side. So you can have 0 again on the left. That will continue to go. And the ideal is to have an equally balanced left and right team. That's what I'm teaching you how to do. as opposed to the power leg concept, which is, in my opinion, is outdated and not very relevant to what we do. Okay, so these are the binary bonus max per day, 8% for the first 3 packages, 10% if you're up to titanium. But here's the biggie. This is called a boost up. We didn't understand this in the beginning, and thanks again to Marcia from Canada who pointed this out to me, that it's really easy to qualify for that boost up in the first couple of days. What it is, it's an increase of 2% from your regular direct and pairing bonus. I like that word pairing instead of binary, because pairing means you get points left, points right, and then it pays you on a weaker side. You get a higher income. Let me show you how much higher income that is. Okay.
All these towels, Doug.
Yeah. Can we have everybody muted, please? So if we go from the direct referral bonus, if you get the boost up in the first 30 days, you will go from 6% to 8% on the direct referral bonus. Now you might say, well, if I start higher, I'm going to get from 8 to 10, but 80% of the income is on the binary, not on the direct referral bonus. But that is 2 out of 6. That's a 33% increase in your personal referral bonus, direct referral bonus. But look at the binary bonus. You go from 8 to 10%. That's a 2% increase. 2 out of 8 is 1/4 or 25%. What that means is if you earn $100,000 in a year in the binary, it's a $25,000 increase in income. That's a pay rise. If you earn $200,000, it's a $50,000 increase or pay rise in the year, just for doing this simple boost up in your first 30 days. And I'm going to show you how everyone can get that. Most of the people coming now are getting that in their first week. They don't have to wait 30 days to get it. So how it works, when you sponsor 2 new members into the program, one left and one on the right, within 30 days, okay, when they have packages equal to or greater than your current highest package, you automatically qualify in the reward program for boost up. It only happens once, and once you have it, it's forever, okay? For example, you made your boost up when you're in a silver, meaning your direct bonus becomes 8%. Your binary bonus goes from 8 to 10%. This is absolutely huge. Now, here's my strategy. If you're new and this confuses you, don't worry about it. You're going to see it a couple of times more, but we'll help you, train you. Your sponsor will help train you in how to do this. It absolutely works, and it's the quickest way to create very quick wealth. And it's not a get rich quick. I call it a get filthy rich slowly by building teams. Okay. So to qualify for the 2% boost up, come in at $100. It's actually about $125 is what I'm using, because there's a $19 fee and there's a little bit of cost for buying the Bitcoin. So we generally help the new people. If they don't have Bitcoin, they can simply pay us by Cash App or PayPal or Zelle, and we get the Bitcoin for them. And then down the track, they can learn about how to get their own Bitcoin if they're going to be a team leader. But we help people in the beginning. So that qualifies you. You come in at 100, you get one on the left at 100, one on the right at 100. That qualifies you for the 2% boost up. You're now on 8% referral and 10% pairing or binary bonus forever. Now, that can be duplicated very easily in the first couple of days. A new person comes in, and now we're going to help that person to get there too. We're going to help this person to get there too. And that duplicates down. And what you're building is you're building 2 balanced equal legs going into momentum on the binary bonus. And if you get spillover from above, it's a gift, but don't expect it. Don't demand it of your upline, and definitely don't worry about power leg. It has no relevance into this strategy. Okay, now watch what happens. If you duplicate this with all the new members, momentum will be created very quickly. New people, recently qualified, can even earn pairing bonuses from spill. Now here we can talk about spillover, because guess who created it? We did. We created all the spillover here, all right? And so people can benefit. We should call it really spill under. They can benefit very early. So here's how it works. This guy here came in, he brought in 100 and 100, but that's all he did. He did not bring anybody else in. But look at this. This guy brought in 2, and this guy brought, because we're duplicating, right? And now somebody way down here upgrades his package by 1,000. Somebody here upgrades by 1,000, and watch what happens. This guy here suddenly has 2,300 points on the left, and 1,300 on the left, 2,300 on the right. He's now qualified for a binary. If that all happened in one day, he's going to get a binary on 1,300, which is going to be 10%. because he's now qualified. That's $130. He doesn't even know it happened. So his sponsor called him and said, hey, guess what? You just got paid on a binary. He says, I did? How'd that work? And now he's ready. He's really ready to tell his other people how that happened. He's got a story. He's making money in his first week, and it goes into momentum. Now, here's another feature that, don't worry if it's kind of a little bit too complicated for you, but the maximum binary you can get in any one day is your top package. So he's got 100 package here. He can only make $100 binary in one day. So if this all came in one day, if it came in over several days, no problem. But if it all comes in one day, he's now exceeded, he's got a $130 binary bonus at 10%. He's exceeded his $100 package. So he has every incentive to upgrade to the next level of 400, correct? Now he will start getting up to 400 binary in a day. So this has an inbuilt incentive that goes all the way up to packages, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. So when you max out your binary and from your team effort, you then upgrade to the next package. Now our sponsor, Dane Kohler, he is making over 30,000 a week, and he's exceeding his maximum. He's got a $50,000 package. He's exceeding his withdrawal of 50%. So you can only withdraw 50% of your maximum package. So he is saving up to buy a $100,000 package. That's not something everyone is going to do, but it goes all the way up the line in terms of an incentive to increase your package so you're not leaving any money on the table. So if this guy did get a 1,300 in one day, and it was only allowed to make 100, the difference it's called breakage. It goes up to the company. All right. So now we got over here, this guy's come in with a $5,000 package. So we look at the top guy here. He's got more than 5,000 on his left. He's got more than 23 and 13, 3,600 on his right. He's now getting paid on all 3,600 in his binary. So can you see how this duplicates very easily? It goes into momentum with two balanced legs. And my goal, and it's already proven for the people that I'm coaching on this, are getting 70% of the people qualifying in their first week or two for the boost up and the binary. Now here's a little warning. Do not upgrade your package until you have your left and your right. We have several people that did a left and then they upgraded their package before they had the second one. And now this is not to say that you can't achieve it with higher packages, but we have people that are coming in at 1,000 and they're capable of getting 1,000 left and 1,000 right, but it's not that duplicatable. In fact, we have one person, Sarah Louise over in the UK. She is getting people qualified, I kid you not, with a 10,000 package here and a 10,000 left and a 10,000 on your right. That is not very duplicatable, but more power to her because I get paid on it. Very cool. So don't upgrade your package until you have the 100 on left and right. This is the long-term goal. This is the ultimate. If you continue to do this up here, your team is going to build left and right, and eventually someone's going to emerge as a leader. That means they're doing it all. They're duplicating. They're running their own team. They might be doing their own webinars. They're helping their team. They're savvy with Bitcoin, and that's what we call a leader. Okay, so we're going to continue that left, right, left, right, left, right strategy until we have 3 leaders on your left leg, or builders we should call them, 3 builders on your right leg. That could take time. It might take large numbers of people, but this is your goal. And what it's called a taproot. What it generates is stability and longevity in your team, because you're not doing all the work anymore. You got 6 leaders all building under you, and you benefit from all of that. So let's suppose this is your strong leg, and this is your weak leg you're getting paid on, and somebody way down here comes in and emerges as a builder. Now you draw a line down the middle. Now watch this. Everything he does on both legs, left and right, counts for your pay leg or your lesser leg. Isn't that cool? I learned this a few years ago, and it really helped me to understand the strategy of building a huge, healthy binary business with 2 balanced legs. So if that happened in one day, if he brought in 100,000 points in one day on your weak leg, you might not even know who it is. You're going to get paid 8,000 if you didn't have the boost up, but if you got the boost up, you're going to get paid 10,000 binary that day. Well, you better make sure that by the time your team has grown to that, you've got a $10,000 package, or you're going to leave some money on the table. Okay, like I said, if this is confusing to you new ones, don't worry about it. All you need to remember is come in at 100, get 100 on the left, 100 on the right, and help those people duplicate that process. And eventually this will happen if you keep doing it. Okay. Now, the key is duplication. Everyone contributes to the initial momentum. It then teaches it to their 3 builders. So they teach it to their immediate 2, and then eventually to their 3 builders. It creates stability and longevity. I believe, unlike anything I've ever done, I've been 40 years in this business, unlike anything else I've seen, PGI is ideally suited because everyone earns daily, regardless. Even if they never recruit one person, they're going to earn daily. And that daily 1%, 1.1%, by the way, has been proven to be completely sustainable from the trading alone. It does not require $1 of new people coming in like the Ponzi's do. And that's why a guy named Caesar, who did the investigation, joined the company. He set out to prove it was a Ponzi. He found out it wasn't. He joined and is now vice president of the company. Okay, so it doesn't depend on recruiting, but a smart binary that I've just shown you, smart binary strategy. We have smartphone, smart TV. We might have smart money and smart binary, right? Smart money is crypto. Can create huge wealth, not get rich quick, but it's get filthy rich slowly. Company has everything in place for longevity. We're going to additional products coming in that are going to create additional streams of income. ATM machines, luxury cars, real estate, health products. So if you build a big business now, as these new streams of income come in, your income is just going to increase substantially. Now, I'm going to spend a little bit of time on multiple exposures because this is one of the keys to how I've been successful in the past. Because what we tend to want to do is we meet someone new and we want to tell them the whole story, right? And I remember an illustration I once learned about a guy that finished his agricultural degree at a college. He had all the head knowledge about agriculture, and he goes out to a farming area to do his first presentation. He spends a lot of money. He rents a big hall. He's got 200 chairs in there. He leaflets the whole town. He does an ad in the paper, and one guy shows up sitting in the middle of the room. Okay. So he says, "Sir, I just finished my degree. Do you mind if I do my full presentation? I want to practice." He says, "No, sure, go ahead." So he does his full presentation. At the end of it, he says, "Excuse me, sir, do you mind give me some feedback? How did you feel about that presentation?" "Well," he says, "I'm a farmer and I go out to feed out hay to my cattle herd. But I'll tell you what, if only one cattle showed up, I wouldn't give them the whole trailer load." So that's what people do. They give the new prospect the whole trailer load, try to tell them all at once, and of course they turn them off totally. So my concept of multiple exposure is backed up by statistics from the sales industry, which says that 2% of sales are made on the first exposure, 3% on the second exposure, and the 5th on the third exposure. By exposure, I mean more contact and more information. Okay. Well, if you only do 3 exposures, of which 95% of the people quit after that, you're only getting a 10% result. But look at this. If you go 1 more exposure to the 4th one, you get another 10, you've actually doubled your results to 20% instead of 10%. And if you go from 5 to 12 exposures, this is statistics from the industry, you will get 80% more sales. 95% of your competition will quit after the 3rd try. So 25% more effort on the 4th one gives you 100%. 5 to 12 exposures is going to give you 800% increase. And the key is you're not pressuring people, you're not hassling, they're just presenting new information each time. And you end up by saying, hey, the next step for you is watch another video or get on a live webinar or do a 3-way call. So all you're selling each time is the next step. Okay. Third-party influence is very powerful. We use 3-way calls with your leaders. Now you don't want to saddle your leader with a brand new green person that knows nothing. We're not going to do a presentation over the phone. But once they've had 2 or 3 exposures, they watch some videos, they know a bit about it, then we can introduce your coach as having more knowledge than you, give a brief bio of your prospect, and the protocol is you mute your phone. Only the leader is going to talk to that person because they're on a track. Okay, and 2 people talking cannot interferes with that track. Listen and learn because you're going to be doing 3-way calls with your teams later on. So I have some scripts. They are posted in the Telegram group. And one of the first things we're going to do when you join is send you a welcome email. and that has the link to join our Telegram group. It's our daily communication. We get all our communication in there. I think there's about 280 people in our particular group. So that text is, that document with all my texts are posted there. So the initial one is you text this initial script. It doesn't mention the company. All it says is, if I could show you a way to earn 0.5 to 3% per day with no monthly fee and no recruiting required, would you be interested? Text yes to my back. So you send that out to your entire phone list, send the same thing to your entire email list, and you sit back and wait for the yeses. The yeses, you now have a follow-up script, and then you send them a follow-up email, call and confirm that they watched the videos, blah, blah, blah. Now, I am a perfect example of the multiple exposures because Dane Kohler, my sponsor, he actually prospected me 8 months ago. I could have been at the very top of his leg, which meant I'd be earning about $1 million a year right now. And I said, no, thank you. I'm burned out from a lot of companies that had closed down, people lost money, et cetera. And I said, no. Well, he called me every month for 7 months, okay? I'm a perfect example of this. And finally, he kept saying, Richard, this is exploding. You got to look at it. Richard, it's exploding. Everybody makes money every day. I finally looked, and the rest is history, okay? So let's see, a little bit more live presentation, 3-way call, sign up and fund the package, get on a training or play a live video, sponsor 3 left, 3 right. That's the leaders. We're going to go left, right until we get leaders there and the builders, and then train the builders and duplicate that with each builder. Okay. I love this little diagram. Which step are you going to do today? I won't do it. Oh, I can't really do it. I want to do it. How do I do it? I'll try to do it. I can do it. I will do it. Yes, I did it. And the final step is go spend the money. We're going to travel the world together. The beaches, I love beaches, so we're going to go to the beaches of the world. We're going to go to places like Dubai, and we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. So that's the end of the recorded presentation. I'm going to stop and take any questions that you might have. I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to stop the video. Stop the video more. Stop recording.